Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, December 10th. We're going to be reading through the patch notes as we always do. So, without further ado, upcoming patch and maintenance notice for December 11th at 7 a.m. This patch will introduce the Stronghold Hearthwarming event, quick play changes, and other improvements. So as always, patch and maintenance will be at 7 a.m. Central European Time. Scrolling down a little bit further, patch notes for the December 11th, 2025 patch. Fellowship Limited Event, the Stronghold Hearthwarming. Over the holiday period, our team is going to be taking a break and enjoying the midwinter with family and friends. This will be the last scheduled update until the new year, and we wanted to leave players with something to keep them warm. We've decorated the Stronghold with snow and festive fun, and our very jolly vendor has unlockable skins and mounts available through in-game activities until January 15th. Wow, so like a month. Okay, nice. Quick play experience. As part of our continued review of existing experiences, we've wanted to take a look at the effectiveness of quick play for some time. Our immediate goal is to ensure the intentions of quick play are preserved without veteran players being made to feel required to play in modes they are not interested in. As a result, we've made major changes to how Marks of Fellowship are earned. We will continue to monitor how these changes to quick play affect not just the experience of the mode, but the economy as a whole as we look at how it affects the rate of progression from here. This is unlikely to be the last change we make to the mode, but we wanted to see the effect of these changes to base our next steps on. So, under the General tab, we see New, the Stronghold Hearthwarming event. Festive Cheer warms the Stronghold throughout the midwinter. Added snow piles throughout the Stronghold that can be picked up, adding a special festive ability. Added the notice board to the Stronghold to allow players to receive information about major content changes in the game. Oh, that's cool. Added the old Thistlefrost NPC vendor to the Stronghold with a sack full of new cosmetics. So it looks like. Oh, wow. Wait, 2 skins per character? Okay. Wow, interesting. Okay. Yeah, 2 skins per character. And then one, two, three, four, five, 5 mounts, man. Holy. Updated the underlying system for tracking the Stronghold tutorial. Known issue. Will reset progress, but should be more reliable in the future. Okay, nice. Man, I haven't looked at the dev stream or anything, but like this is cool. This is like so much content. UI added a recently met tab on the friends list screen, listing players that have been in the same sessions as you, making it easier to build social connections with players at your level. Okay, that's cool. Added rich presents to the players' friend list, letting them see what their friends are up to while playing elsewhere in Fellowship. Added armor categories, cloth, leather, mail, and plate to item tooltips. These values have always been present to the item but haven't been exposed to tooltips until now. These categories give a quick indication of stat values of each item for comparison. Updated the clarity of the UI elements, buttons, and icons for more contrast and greater readability across all screens. That's nice. Updated the UI for strict tier select elements on the Eternal Matchmaking screen. Ooh, okay. Fixed an issue where items were incorrectly being referenced as unique. Okay. Okay, cool. Progression, Marks of Fellowship. Remove Marks of Fellowship from the Quick Play reward pool. Quick Play now only rewards supplies. Increased Marks of Fellowship rewards to league matches. If you challenge a 1 boss dungeon, 1 mark is guaranteed, plus a % chance of 1 more based on difficulty. If you challenge a 3 boss dungeon, you get 2 marks guaranteed, plus a % chance of 1 more based on difficulty. Ransack would therefore drop 3 marks guaranteed. Okay, cool. Eternal 1 boss dungeons, you get 2 marks for every dungeon, plus a chance of 1 more based on difficulty. And Eternal 3 boss dungeons, 4 marks guaranteed, plus a % chance of 1 more based on difficulty, with a % chance of 1 more cap at guaranteed in Eternal 100 plus. Nice. Added direct purchase of ingots, ethers, and godstones at different prices for each level of rarity in exchange for Marks of Fellowship. Fixed an issue where godstones were not dropping in leagues correctly. Removed time boxes from the resource vendor. Okay, cool. So a lot of like economy changes. Winter event. Added 48 nodes to the star map tied to the winter event, rewarding players with warm wishes, a festive currency to be exchanged for festive gifts. Oh, okay. I wonder if this is like means I can do it on one character, or if I have to play the other characters still. Something I'm a little curious about. Heroes. There's some heroes tips here. General, Tariq and Vigor now use mail armor instead of plate. This will lower their armor stat based off of gear. Alarion now uses mail armor instead of leather. This will increase their armor stat based off of gear. Updated the random target sequence to ensure cold snap doesn't stay on the player if they die during the sequence. Okay. Rhyme fixed an issue where Wrath of Renter would not generate resource orbs if players were not in combat. Fixed an issue where Rhyme's resource orbs were not scaling correctly when scaled in the HUD edit tool. Okay, that's good. Hilarion fixed an issue where grappling arrow was not pulling enemies to correct locations across difficult terrain. That's nice. Mako updated tooltip for Earth Fist Barrage to correctly show a haste scale channel time rather than the base value. Okay. Dungeons. During the winter event, each dungeon in Adept League and above will include one additional curse, which adds an optional Spirit of Winter boss fight to the dungeon. Completing this fight will give players a bonus for the duration of the dungeon and extend the dungeon's timer. It looks like there's 3 bosses. Gorn the Avalanche. Defeating Gorn will cause him to return as an ally in subsequent boss fights. Okay. Crumbug the Naughty. Defeat Crumbug will extend the dungeon timer by 1 minute and add a chance for subsequent attacks to spawn an exclusive explosive wind-up mouse that charges your selected target. Okay. Ira the White Witch. Defeating Ira will extend the dungeon timer by 3 minutes and cause her to return periodically during the dungeon to protect players in combat. Cool. Okay, I'm very interested to see how this works out. General updated the AI system to add padding after being crowd controlled or interrupt so they don't immediately start casting their next ability. Okay. I thought this was already in the game, but maybe I'm wrong. But that's nice. I assume this just means our crowd control to add padding. It looks like we're like guaranteed to get like delays before the next casts. Okay. Fixed an issue with the opacity, which would make weapons to not fade in and out when bosses reset, and other problems. Yeah, I did notice that. Fixed an issue where bosses sometimes are visible while resetting and are facing the wrong way after they've been reset. I've noticed that as well. Ransack of Drakheim. Fixed an issue where players who die and are resurrected while attached to the grasping pillar have inconsistent behavior after resurrection. Yeah, I've experienced that, yes. Fixed an issue where Aga Hafi, I don't know how you say that, would spawn in the ground or overlapping other objects. I did not run into that one. Haru fixed an issue where the Prophet Ezroth script was not targeting the closest player. Oh, it's supposed to target the closest player. Well, this is exciting. I'm very interested to see what the new winter event is going to be like and what the dungeons are going to be like with these little extra optional bosses and where they're going to be. Now, I wonder if that's going to affect any like world first like route pathing or something. It'll be interesting to see. And then I will be playing a lot for these for these skins, so we'll see. But anyways, as always, guys, you can catch me on Twitch. And I'll be streaming every day. We're making the push for 18K now, so look forward to seeing everybody there. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I love reading all the questions. I love helping people. So yeah. Anyways, I'll catch everybody later. Have a good day.